everything, the topic that we are about to discuss and talk today is managing and taking care of the self. We are going to tackle about on how to manage and take care of ourselves in the pursuit of pursuing our goals through success. Success. So what does success have to do in this topic? Well, we people have so many dreams and goals, and actually that is normal because it's part of our human nature and it's part of our lives. All of us has a purpose of living at whatever that may be. We are all aiming and hoping for success. But sometimes hindi na natin napapansin na napapabayaan na pala natin ang ating mga sarili dahil mas nakatuon tayo sa mga bagay na gusto nating i-pursue. And sometimes our mind is being corrupted of the thought na nai-set aside natin yung health issue kasi ang kinukonsider lang natin is how to get things done and how to get the success things we at most desire. To others or most of the people actually define success as earning a degree, career development, or having money on the bank. Because most of us, or sometimes for some people, success means having a material things and a possessions. And that's a lot of achievement. At hindi natin ma-judge yung iba kung yun ang pananaw or thinking nila sa isang tagumpay. Success and goal setting are two concepts that is inseparable. Yung goal, yung setting of goals kasi, yun yung basis natin eh. Kaya may success. Kasi yung success, yun yung resulta ng mga bagay na pinaghihirapan mo, yung mga pinaghihirapan natin. Bago may tagumpay or kung tinatawag natin ay success, dapat may mga plano muna tayo na dapat isinaalang-alang natin. Kung wala tayong goal, wala tayong makasawang na tagumpay. Yun kasi yun eh. Kaya hindi pwedeng mawala si success na meron si goal. Kasi kung may goal ka, pinaghihirapan mo yan eh. Pinaghihirapan mo kasi gusto mong mapagtagumpayan yan. Wala ring success kung wala ang goal kasi yun yung basis eh, yun yung ugat, bakit ka matagumpay. Kasi may goal ka sa buhay. According to King, success is relative because it has varied meanings to people. Gaya nga ng sinabi ko, may iba-iba tayong pananaw sa mga bagay-bagay. At saka, nakadepende yun sa atin kung paano natin bigyang buhay ang isang tagumpay. Maraming bagay ang maikukonsidera natin na isang success o isang matagumpay. Gaya ng graduation, it's a great success for every student. Yun yung mga bagay na inaasam-asam natin. Kaya, gaya ng sabi ko, may iba-iba tayong pananaw tungkol sa mga bagay-bagay. And it takes time and patience to have success. And again, according to my great-great-great-grandfather King, he believes that success means not only being able to achieve or fulfill one's goal. Kasi by having a positive feelings, joy, love, peace of mind, self-respect, greatness, and freedom from worry, anxiety, or failure. It is very simple things na pinaniniwalaan ni King na tagumpay. At ito yung mga bagay na hindi kayang palitan or bilhin ng mga salapi. Kasi it's unvaluable. It's very limitless feelings na may experience natin na hindi kailangang gumamit ng or idaan sa mga pera or anumang yaman. And it's a great feeling kasi very simple. Kasi yung success kasi eh, nadi-define natin siya sa mga achievements natin without knowing na just being happy, it's still a success. And now, let's move on to goal setting and success. Goal is the key in achieving anything in life successfully. Kaya dapat may goal tayo para at the end of the day, we can say na life is not a failure. Kasi nagsumikap ka and achieve it successfully. Na-achieve natin at nakamit natin yung mga bagay na we really desire. According to King, there is a specific goals which when combined together, make one big goal and it is called success. Siyempre, nagsisimula tayo sa iisang goal lang muna bago may padagdag. At kapag pinagsama natin lahat yun, kaakibat ng sipag at tiyaga, tiyak na walang makakahadlang sa tagumpay na siyempre nalaan sa'yo. And hindi mo kailangan gawin lahat sa iisang araw kasi may bukas pa naman at may marami pang bukas. And now let's dwell into the areas of success. First, it's the mental and emotional success. This is about having a sound thinking and feeling. And so success in this area involves cultivating positive thinking, emotional resilience, and a healthy mindset. So achieving mental and emotional well-being will really contribute to to overall life satisfaction and effective coping with challenges of any individuals. And the second one is the spiritual success. This is about balancing the needs of the body and the spirit. So, balancing the needs of the body and spirit means finding harmony and purpose in life. So, spiritual successes often entails a sense of connection, the inner peace, and alignment with one's values, fostering a deeper understanding of existence. And next is personal success. This is about overcoming the weaknesses or the disability of a person. So in this area, overcoming our weaknesses or disability demonstrates personal success by showcasing resilience, determination, and self-improvement. So it reflects an individual's ability to triumph over personal challenges. And for the career success, this is about accomplishing work objectives. So accomplishing work objectives indicates career success, showcasing professional competency and dedication and the ability to meet and exceed job-related goals. So it is often leads to personal fulfillment and advancement.
For financial success, this is about earning enough on one's needs. So, earning enough for one's needs signifies financial success because it involves effective financial management, budgeting, and achieving a level of economic stability that supports a comfortable and secure lifestyle. So, diba, what's more when you are financially stable? So, it's like everything is easy to deal.
And for social success, this is about getting well along with others. Getting well along with others is a form of social success. Why? Because involving effective communication, empathy, and the ability to build positive relationships, social success contributes to a supportive network and a sense of community. And for physical success, this is about having a healthy and sound body. Being healthy represents physical success because it involves maintaining good physical health, making positive lifestyle choices, and engaging in activities that contribute to overall well-being of a person. And for the last one, family success. So family success is about maintaining harmony in the family. So maintaining harmony in the family is a measure of family success because it involves effective communication, mutual support to each other, and fostering a positive family environment which contribute to a well-being of all family members. And according to King, there is a guidelines in setting specific goals. And first, this is knowing the time frame of the goal. So there are goals that take a long time before achieving it, but some are intermediate or in a really short terms. So the technique is to make a long-range goals into smaller ones to make them more achievable. So that is to know the time frame of the goals. So the next is setting expressive goals. So being precise and positive in statement is important in order to express clearly our goals. And of course, we have the prioritization of our goals. So knowing how to prioritize the goals from the most important to least important will help us in attaining them more neatly and easily. So rather than dealing all the goals simultaneously, so we should set and prioritize our goals from the most important to least important so we can attend them very easily. And for the next one, you should base your goals on performance, not just outcome. So for this, you should set your goals which you have the power and the ability to achieve it. So yung kaya mo lang. Kasi kung dun ka sa performance, kasi magbabase, dun sa performance mo, you can achieve that goals kasi ma-measure mo kung hanggang saan lang yung kaya mo, hindi yung ang taas ng expectation mo, but the performance, the level of your performance and your ability is not that competent enough to achieve that goal. So you should base your goals on performance, not just on the outcomes. Next is you should set specific goals. So be specific as possible so you can know and deliberately stick to that goal, making it more clearly and attainable. And then of course, you should make your goals more realistic. So you should set goals that are based on your expectation, not those of others. Kasi if you can set goals that is based on your standards and of your expectations, you can foster a balance and fulfilling life. Kasi kung magbabase ka sa ekspektasyon ng iba, nakaka-stress yun eh. At saka, setting goals kasi, it includes your mental and emotional being. So, you should be more realistic. And for the last one, it is to think beyond your goals. You should think or visualize other things you want to achieve upon accomplishing one goal. So, be imaginative and creative on your own way. And so success and goal setting in these areas contributes to overall well-being by addressing diverse aspects of the human experience and fostering a healthy, a balanced, and a fulfilling life. Thank you.
So I am the next reporter about Albert Bandura's self-efficacy. Who is Albert Bandura? Albert Bandura is the proponent of self-efficacy theory. This is through his article entitled Self-Efficacy, toward a unifying theory of behavioral change that was published in Psychological Review in 1977. The article also became an instant classic in psychology. Albert Bandura, born on December 4, 1925 in Munda, Alberta. Albert Bandura, he is the youngest of the 6 children. Though his times were often hard growing up, Dr. Bandura's parents placed great emphasis on celebrating life and, more importantly, family. They were also very keen on their children doing well in school. Self-efficacy theory. Webel 2011 summarized Albert Bandura's self-efficacy theory. Self-efficacy theory was based on the principal assumption that psychological procedure, whatever their form, serve as means of creating and strengthening expectation of personal efficiency. Albert Bandura was a social cognitive psychologist who introduced the theory of self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is the term that refers to a person's feeling that their thoughts and actions have an influence over a given outcomes. So, in distinguishing between expectation of efficiency and response outcome expectancies. An outcome expectancy, as a person estimate that a given behavior will lead to certain outcomes. Outcomes expectancy are defined as anticipated consequence, positive or negative, as a result of engaging a behavior. For example, if I do all the assignment and I study the material, I will succeed in my course. So in an efficacy expectation is the conviction that one can successfully execute the behavior required to produce the outcome. Bandura defines self-efficacy as people beliefs about their capabilities to produce designated levels of performance that exercise influence over events that affect their lives.
So, he defined people with high assurance in their capabilities manifest the following. Number 1 is people who approaches difficult tasks as challenges to be mastered. So these people who have approaches difficult tasks, face difficult task, is that they mastered it and enhance it very well as they have indulging it every time. Number 2, set challenging goals and maintain strong commitment to them. So those people who set challenging goals and maintain their commitment to do that particular thing, they might likely have the assurance, or they might likely to have those capabilities more strengthened that will make them own good. Number 3, hiding or sustain their efforts in the face of failures or setbacks. So those people who sustain their efforts make those things incredibly, like making it well, and even though in the face of failures they still stand up and do it again until they succeed. So number 4, attributes failures to insufficient or insufficient effort, or deficient knowledge and skills which are acquirable. So those people who doesn't have deficient knowledge about a particular thing, or those who have exert less effort, is that they acquired it through researching, finding books, reading books that will have put up knowledge on them which they have been lacking. So number 5, approach threatening situations. Those people who approach threatening situations with assurance that they can exert or exercise control over them. So these people who can approach the threatening situations wherein they can freely manipulate the situations, exert control over them, even though it's so difficult, that to the point that it's so hard on the part of them, but despite of that is they still approach it as it is, they were exercising control over it. Another part and contrast about people who doubt their capabilities manifest following. So these people who doubt their capabilities have manifested these things. Number 1, people who shy away from task, very shy away from task, they viewed as personal threats. Number 2, have low aspirations. They have low aspirations and weak commitment to goals and they choose to pursue. They have goals they have wanted to do, but some particular thing they have weak commitment. They doesn't commit to that particular goals they have. Number 3, dwell on personal deficiencies, obstacles. And they encounter on all kinds of adverse outcomes, rather than concentrating on how to perform successfully. So those people who doubt their capabilities dwell on personal deficiencies. They're much likely to be self-downed person. When there is an obstacle, they seem to be down and said that they can't do it, they can't face it. That's what people who doubt their capabilities. Number 4, slack in their efforts. People who slacks off their efforts and give up quickly in the face of difficulties. These people doubt their capabilities because they slack in efforts. They don't put much of effort on the work, and they doubt their capabilities. Number 5, people who slows to recover the sense of efficacy following failure or setbacks. They're slow to recover people who because they doubt their capabilities. Number 4, these people who doubt their capabilities fall easily a victim of stress and depression. And as we know, stress and depression is more likely a dangerous part of emotional part or life of being a human. Stress and depression can make you feel unsociable. Can't be sociable because you're so stressed and depressed, that part. So through that, Bandura further described on how personal self-efficacy is developed or maintained. So according to him, there are 4 main sources that influence personal self-efficacy. First is performance or accomplishment or mastery experience. So as we go on, there are parts of accomplishment or we have our mastery or experience, we will enhance it because we love it. So because we have that mastery type of performances that we have done well, even in elementary we have done it well though, so we have developed it for a long time or have been maintained it. So number 2 is vicarious experience. So vicarious experiences is an individual observing another individual to teach. Verbal persuasion is any teaching information conveyed to the individual by another individual. This type of vicarious experiences was taught by another and you have applied it because you think it is a good part of your knowledge because it has been taught well. Number 3 is verbal or social persuasion. So when we talk about verbal or social persuasion, it involves someone convincing another person that they have the capability to perform a task successfully. So when you maintain it and develop, others will may convince you because they think you can do it successfully. They trust in you. And lastly, number 4, psychological, somatic, and emotional state. So when we talk about psychological emotional states and self-efficacy, these psychological emotional states provides additional information for efficacy appraisal, such as emotional states as joy, pride, and inspiration. This serves to increase levels of confidence with states of anxiety, fear, and sadness, thus having the opposite effect. Fatigue, aches, and pains and mood also affect perception to ability. So why does these 4 affects the perception to ability? So when we talk about fatigue, it is a feeling of constant exhaustion, burnout, or lack of energy. It can be physical or mental, or either the combination of both. Fatigue can affect anyone. Most of them are adults that experience it sometime in their life. Another is the body aches. Body aches, persons may describe them as sharp, untormented pains or dull but persistent ache. People can often identify and treat body aches without seeing doctor, but sometimes you need to see doctor. It can be maybe it is the effect of overworking or doing some sports. Another is pain. So pains may refers to that causes you to feel sad or upset. Example is you are seeing an animal being mistreated. So when you talk about pain, it might be from our emotional state or impulse to get angry. Pains that hurt you. The pain may be refers to a certain scenario that might hurt you emotionally. Another is mood. Mood is an emotional state of mind or feeling. It is either our mood right now is maybe angry, feeling joy, happy, bored. Those are something that may affect our perception to ability. However, Bandura notes that it is not the intensity of emotional or physical reaction that is important, but rather how it is perceived and interpreted. So Bandura notes that emotional or physical reaction is not just important. It is just how you perceive things, how you look at it, how you interpret, how you analyze it. That's what the Bandura says. Like Bandura says that he says that intensity of emotional or physical reaction that is important, but also rather how you see things, how you perceive things, or how you interpret things the way it is.
Good day, sir. I am John Luis Ipatalot and I am the reporter of Carol Greek. So, Carol is the author of Mindset, the New Psychology of Success. She was born on October 17, 1964. She graduated from Barnard College in 1967 and earned PhD from Yale University in 1972. She then taught at Columbia University, Harvard University, and University of Illinois before joining the Standard University in 2004. And also, she holds the Lewis and Virginia Utan Professorship of Psychology at Standard University. That's all.
Carol S. Dweck. She is one of the leading researchers in the field of motivation and is the Lewis and Virginia Eaton Professor of Psychology at Stanford University. Her research has focused on why people succeed and how to foster success. She has been elected to the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. The American Academy of Arts and Sciences is an honorary society that recognizes the exceptional individuals in academia, arts, science, and public affairs. Founded in 1780, its mission is to cultivate a community of scholars and leaders dedicated to advancing knowledge and addressing challenges facing society. Her works has been featured in the different publications like the New York Times, the Washington Post, and the Boston Globe. She appeared on Today and 2020 Mindset 2006 to 2010. Fixed growth and mindset theory. According to Dweck, people have two types of mindset. People who believe that their success is based on innate ability. When you say innate ability, natural sa ila or inborn sa ila ang talent or skill. These are said to have a fixed theory or intelligence which goes under fixed mindset. Others, on the other hand, believe that their success is based on hard work, learning, training, and perseverance. Are said to have growth theory of intelligence, which goes under growth mindset. Fixed mindset individuals dread failure, mahadlok sila ma-fail or masayop because it is a negative statement on their basic abilities. For example, mga individual nga ginabalibaran la ang mga opportunities. Example, sa pag-present sa mga ideas sa mga meeting o conference, kaya mahadlok sila na posibilidad nga masayop or makadawat sila og negative nga feedback. Kani mga kahadlok sa pag-fail kay hinder sa ilang pag-improve or pag-develop sa ilang skills. While growth mindset individuals do not mind or fear failure as much as they realize their performance can be improved and learning comes from failure. Example, isa ka estudyante gamay siya kuha sa iyang exam despite sa iyang mga effort sa pagtuon. Imbis na i-down niya iyang kaugalingon, gilantaw niya as a challenge. Gi-review niya iyang mga mali ug nangayo siyang tabang sa iyang instructor. Ug gilahi niya ang approach sa iyang pagtuon. So mao to the next exam nindot na siyang mga kuha. Individuals with growth mindset are more likely to continue working hard despite setbacks, while individuals with fixed mindset can be affected by subtle environmental cues.
The approach of goal-setting theory is based on what Aristotle called final causality, that is action caused by a purpose. It accepts the axiomatic status of consciousness and validation. The goal-setting theory aligns with Aristotle's concept of final causality, emphasizing purpose-driven actions. It recognizes the conditional role of consciousness and volition as inherent the pursuit of goal. It means ang teorya ng pagtatakda ng layunin ay kaugnayan ng konsepto ni Aristotle ng final causality na binibigyang diin ang mga aksyon na pangunahang ng layunin. Ito'y kinikilala ang pangunahing papel ng kamalayan at kagustuhan bilang bahagi ng likas na proseso sa pagtatamo ng mga layunin. Goals have both an internal and external aspect. Internally, they are ideas, desire ends, and externally, they refer to the object or condition, self, a certain performance level. Ang magandang katangian ng isang tutorial ang internal na aspeto. Layunin ay nangangahulugang ito may kaugnayan sa kalooban o damdamin ng isang tao. Ang internal, ito ay naglalarawan ng mga idea, ninanais o hangarin ng magmula sa loob ng isang individual. Halimbawa, ang pangarap na magtagumpay o ang layunin na maging mabuting tao ay ilan sa mga halimbawa ng internal na aspeto ng layunin. Sa kabilang dako naman, ang mahusay na katangian ng external na aspeto ng layunin ay nangangahulugan ito ay may kaugnayan sa mga bagay, kondisyon o layunin na maaring makamit sa labas ng personal na damdamin ng isang tao. Ito ay tumutukoy sa mga bagay na maaring makita, maabot o matamo sa labas ng sariling kaisipan ng mga tao. Halimbawa, ang pagkamit ng isang trabaho pagsasakat o para ng kasasuparan ng isang benta o pag-angat ng antas ng performance ay ilan sa mga halimbawa ng internal na aspeto ng layunin.
Good day, everyone. My name is Alvin D. Enriquez, the next reporter. My report is all about the 14 research findings made by LAC 2017 under the article Motivation Through Conscious Goal Setting. The first research findings, the more difficult the goal, the greater achievement. The linear function assumes, however, that the individual is committed to the goal and possesses the requisite ability and knowledge to achieve it. Without this, performance does drop at high levels. So, halimbawa, nakangad ka ng goal tapos mahirap maabot. Tapos, na-achieve mo, it means nasa high level ka. So, another example, yung goal mo sa buhay is maging professional na guro. Tapos, yung goal na yan is napakahirap. And ginawa mo ang lahat na paghihirap para sa pangarap na yan. At na-achieve mo yung goal mo na maging professional na guro. It means from difficult to achievement. The second research finding, the more specific and explicit the goal, the more precisely performance is regulated. High goal specific is achieved mentally through qualification. Example, increase sales by 10%. Or enumeration, example, a list of tasks to be accomplished. Thus, it reduces variance in performance, providing the individual can control performance. This is not to say that specificity is always desirable, but only that it has certain apex. So, halimbawa, your goal is specific. Definitely, you need to perform well. Halimbawa, your goal is every exam, you got a perfect score. Then, you need to study hard to achieve that specific goal. So, kahit hindi mo ma-perfect, malaki ang chance na papasa ka or mataas ang score mo sa exam. Number 3 of research findings. Goals that are both specific and difficult lead to the highest performance. Especially relevant here are the many studies that have compared the effect of specific hard goals with goals such as do your best. People do not actually do their best when trying to do their best because as a big goal, it is compatible with many different outcomes, including those lower than one's best. The aspect of intensity that has been most studied in goal setting research is that of goal commitment, the degree to which the person is genuinely attached to and determined to reach the goal. So, gawin natin halimbawa yung research finding 1 and 2. Gusto mo maging professional teacher. At yun yung difficult goal mo na na-achieve. Tapos gusto mong ma-perfect sa exam. At yun yung specific goal mo. So, you need to study hard para sa magiging result ng exam mo. At during sa exam, masasagutan mo ang lahat ng questions sa exam. So, that is lead to your highest performance. Number 4. Commitment to goal is most critical when goals are specific and difficult. When goals are easy or bigo, it is not hard to get commitments because it does not require much dedication to reach easy goals. And bigo goals can be easily redefined to accommodate low performance. When goals are specific and hard, the higher the commitment and the better the performance are needed. So, halimbawa, when your goal are specific and difficult to achieve, ang importante, panindigan mo ang goal mo na ina-achieve mo. Sa paglipas ng panahon, may magandang epekto yan at magbubunga ang paghihirap mo. Number 5. High commitment to goals is attained when the individual is convinced that the goal is important and individual is convinced that the goal is attainable. These are the same factors that influence goal choice. There are many ways to convince a person that goal is important. In most laboratory setting, in work situations, and continue commitment. Financial incentives, participation by subordinates in setting goals. Self-set goals may facilitate and lead to higher commitment and performance. Commitment can be enhanced by effective leadership. Number 6. Having a direct effect on performance. Self-efficacy influences. A. The difficulty level the goal chosen or accepted. B. Commitment to goals. C. The response to negative feedback or failure. And D. The choice of task strategies. People with high self-efficacy are more likely to set high goals or to accept difficult assigned goals, to commit themselves to difficult goal, to respond with renewed efforts to setbacks, and to discover successful task strategies. Thus, the effects of self-efficacy on performance are both direct and indirect. Additionally, goal choice and commitment can be influenced through role modeling. The feedback: for people to pursue goals effectively, they need some means of checking or tracking their progress toward their goal. Sometimes this is self-evident to perception. As when a person walks down a road toward a distant but visible town. In such cases, deviations from the path to the goals are easily seen and corrected. Contrast this, however, with a sales goal whose attainment requires scores of sales over a period of many months. Here, some formal means of keeping score is needed so that people can get clear indication if they are moving fast enough in the right direction. Yung mga taong may self-efficacy na nagsisit sila ng mas mataas na goal. At kahit na mahirap, nagko-commit sila sa naka-assigned na task sa kanila na para sa goal nila. At sa ganitong paraan, makaka-discover sila ng bago at successful na strategies. Number 7. Goal setting is most effective when there is feedback showing progress in relation to the goal. When provided with feedback on their own performance or that of others, people often spontaneously set goals to improve over the previous beat or beat the performance of others simply as a way of challenging themselves. But this is inevitable. The goal set may be higher or lower than the performance level previously achieved. The effect of performance feedback depends on the goal set in response to it. So, feedback is important when it comes to tracking and checking the progress toward the goals. And mas nag-i-improve ang isang tao kapag may feedback itong natatanggap, negative man or positive yung feedback. So, the next reporter is Bacos to continue to report the research findings 8 to 14.
Good morning, sir. I am Kenneth Lady Bacos, base grade 1A. Today, I'm gonna talk about the 14 categories of findings. Number 8. Goal setting along with efficacy negates the effect of knowledge of past performance and subsequent performance. So, finally, let's break down how goal setting self-efficacy and knowledge of past performance can interact to influence subsequent performance. First is knowledge of past performance. Second is goal settings. And third is self-efficacy. Now, let's connect these elements in the context of performance. Positive past performance. If individuals have a history of successful experience, this can positively impact their self-efficacy. Positive feedback from past achievements can boost confidence and belief in their capabilities. Second, goal settings and self-efficacy. Settings challenging goals coupled with high self-efficacy creates a motivational environment. Individuals are more likely to be committed to their goals and persevere in the face of challenges. Lastly, mediation effect. In this scenario, goal setting with self-efficacy act as a mediator. Lastly, mediator effect. In this scenario, goal setting with self-efficacy act as a mediator. Knowledge of positive past performance influence the individual's belief in their capabilities, self-efficacy, and shape the goals they set. These goals in turn mediate the effect of past performance on subsequent performance by driving motivation, effort, and focus toward achieving those goals. Essentially, the positive experience from the past contribute to a cycle where knowledge of past performance enhance self-efficacy, which when combined with goal settings, mediate the influence of past performance on subsequent performance. It's a dynamic process where belief, goals, and past experience interact to shape predict future performance outcomes. Number 9. Goals affect performance by affecting the direction of action, the degree of effort exerted, and the persistence of action over time. So, the impact of goals on performance can be understood through 3 key aspects. Number 1 is direction of action. Goals provide a clear target or objective, guiding individuals on where to focus their efforts. They create a sense of purpose, helping individuals channel their energy towards specific tasks or outcomes. Number 2, degree of effort exerted. The nature of a goal, especially if it is challenging and specific, influence the amount of effort individuals are willing to invest. Difficult goals often lead to increased effort individuals strive to meet the demands of the challenges. Number 3, persistence of action over time. Goals contribute to the sustained commitment and perseverance of individuals over time. When individuals have a clear goal in mind, they are more likely to persist in their effort, even in the face of obstacles or setbacks. So, goals impact performance by providing a sense of direction, influencing the degree of the effort exerted, and promoting persistence over time. They serve as motivational drivers, shaping behavior and fostering a focused, determined approach toward achieving the desired objectives. Number 10. Goals stimulate planning in general. Often the planning quality is higher than that which occurs with goals. So, goals stimulate planning by providing a framework for goals stimulate planning by providing a framework for organizing action and efforts. When individuals set specific goals, they naturally engage in the planning process to outline the steps necessary to achieve those objectives. The presence of goals often leads to a higher quality of planning compared to a situation without clear goals. So the first one is clarity of purpose. Goals offer a clear sense of purpose prompting individuals to think strategically about how to reach their desired outcomes. Number 2, strategic thinking. Setting goals encourages individuals to engage in strategic thinking. They consider various approaches, potential obstacles, resources, and resource allocation, leading to more thoughtful and effective plans. Number 3, resources allocation. Goals necessitate in evaluation of available resources and how they can be best utilized. This consideration enhances the efficiency of planning by optimizing the allocation of time, effort, and resources. Number 4, timeline and sequencing. Goals often come with the deadlines or the desired timelines. This prompts individuals to plan the sequencing of tasks, ensuring that activities are organized in the logical order to meet a specified time frame. Number 5, adaptability. This is the planning process in goal-oriented scenario, includes anticipating challenges and developing contingency plans. This adaptability increases the overall quality of planning by preparing for potential obstacles. Number 11. When people strive for goals and complex tasks, they are less effective in discovering suitable task strategies if A. They have no prior experience or training on tasks. So, lack of prior experience or training can hinder individuals from having a foundation of knowledge about the complexities of the task. Without a baseline understanding, they may struggle to develop effective strategies or approaches. B. There is high pressure to perform well, and high pressure to perform well creates stress and anxiety, which can impede cognitive processes. Under pressure, individuals may opt for more familiar or straightforward strategies, potentially overlooking more innovative or effective solutions to the complex task. C. There is high time pressure to perform well immediately. So, high time pressure limits the opportunity for true exploration and experimentation with different strategies. Individuals may feel compelled to choose quick, instinctive solutions rather than engaging in a more thoughtful and comprehensive analysis of the complex task. Number 12. Goals including goal commitment in combination with self-efficacy mediate or partially mediate the effect of several personality traits and incentives on performance. So, personality traits. Individual personality traits such as conscientiousness, openness, or extraversion can influence how individuals approach goals and tasks. For example, conscientious person may exhibit a strong goal commitment and persistence. It includes incentives. Incentives is external rewards or incentives like recognition or monetary bonuses can impact motivation and goal-directed behavior. Incentives often interact with internal factors like self-efficacy and goal commitment to shape performance. The second is goal setting and commitment. Goal setting and commitment, setting clear, challenging goals, and committing to them are crucial factors. Goal commitment reflects the dedication and determination to achieve a goal. When individuals are committed to their goals, they are more likely to invest effort and persevere in the face of challenges. Third, self-efficacy. Self-efficacy, or one's belief in their ability to succeed, plays a pivotal role. High self-efficacy enhances motivation and resilience, influencing how individuals approach and persist in pursuing their goals. Last is mediation and partial mediation. Goals commitment and self-efficacy can act as mediator or partial mediator in relationship between personality traits, incentives, and performance. This serves as a mechanism through which these factors influence behavior. For example, a person with high conscientiousness may set ambitious goals, and their commitment, combined with self-efficacy, can mediate the impact of their personality traits on performance. Number 13. Goal setting and goal-related mechanism can be trained and or adapted in the absence of training for the purpose of self-regulation. It includes the inherent human capacity. Inherent human capacity have an inherent capacity for setting goals and engaging in self-regulation. This capacity is not solely dependent on formal training. Individuals are naturally possess the cognitive ability to establish objectives and regulate their behavior to achieve them. Next is observational learning. People can learn goal setting and self-regulation through observation and experience. By observing others or reflecting on their own experience, individuals can adopt effective goal-setting strategies and mechanisms for self-regulation without the need for explicit training programs. Next is feedback loops. Feedback loops is the process of setting goals and engaging self-regulation, often involve feedback loops. Individuals can learn from the outcomes of their actions. adjust their strategies, and refine their goal-setting approaches over time, even without formal training. Next is personal development. Personal development is life experience and exposure to various challenges inherently contribute to the development of goal-setting skill and self-regulatory mechanism. Through trial and error, individuals can refine their approaches and enhance their ability to set and achieve meaningful goals. Last is informal guidance. While formal training can be beneficial, informal guidance from mentors, role models, or a supportive environment can also play a significant role in fostering goal setting and self-regulation skill. Learning from others adapting successful strategies contribute to individual development. Number 14. Goals serve as standard of self-satisfaction, with harder goals demanding higher accomplishment in order to attain self-satisfaction than AC goals. So, the first is standard of self-satisfaction. Standard of self-satisfaction is the goals provide individuals with benchmarks or standards against which to evaluate their performance and achievements. These standards become criteria of assessing one's success or progress. Next is harder goals demand higher accomplishment. The difficulty or level of challenge associated with a goal influences the degree of accomplishment required to attain self-satisfaction. Harder goals, by their nature, demand a higher level of effort, skill, and persistence to achieve. Meeting this demanding standard is necessary for experiencing a sense of self-satisfaction. Next is motivational threshold. Individuals often have a threshold or minimum level of accomplishment required to feel satisfied with their performance. Harder goals set a higher bar for this threshold, necessitating a more substantial level of achievement to reach a point of self-satisfaction. Next is sense of achievement. Accomplishing harder goals provides a greater sense of achievement and fulfillment. The higher difficulty intensifies the feeling of success, contributing to a stronger sense of self-satisfaction compared to achieving easier goals. Last is psychological impact. The psychological impact of accomplishing a challenge goal is more profound. Individuals experience a heightened sense of competence and self-worth when they surpass the expectations set by the harder goals, leading to more significant level of self-satisfaction. That's all. Thank you.
Hindi puro benepisyo ang makukuha natin sa pagsiset ng goals. May ma-i-encounter din tayong mga problema o mga dilema. So, ang dilema sa pagset ng mga layunin ay maaaring mabuo dahil sa ilang kadahilanan. Maaaring ito dulot ng kakulangan ng klaridad sa mga layunin, kawalan ng motibasyon, o ang pagkakaroon ng labis na maraming layunin na maaaring magdulot ng panghihina ng focus. Kaya mahalaga ang pagbabalanse sa pagtatakda ng mga layunin na very challenging ngunit realistic para maiwasan ang pagiging labis na stressful o nakakalito. There are obvious benefits and penalties of trying for too little in life as well as for trying for too much. So, nasa sa atin na yun or nasa sa iyo na kung paano mo balansehin o panindigan ang mga ginagawa mo. And life goals must be based on what one really wants out of life, so not on what other people want one to want, and on one's true capabilities. So if one wants to pursue challenging goals, so these goals do not have to be attained at all once, but can be pursued over an extended period. Lower sub-goals can be set as steps to a longer term and a higher goal. Partial success can be credited by others and oneself. Failure can be treated or framed as a learning experience, not as proof of incompetence. New skills can be acquired as needed, and jobs can be chosen when possible to match one's aspirations and abilities. There is more and 1,000 more chances. If first attempt is a failure, then try to do it again, because it's not the end of the world when you fail, but it is a learning experience, because each one of us has their own time to shine brightly. Just be patient, hindi mo kailangang magmadali.